I'm sorry, Ms. Jones, what was that?
That item number 6 to be continued
And how far out is that continues?
to the next council meeting.
So item number 6, ordinance 2025-053, you're requesting that that item be continued to the May 12th council meeting. And is that the consensus? Okay.
Thank
So
you.
item
Thank you.
6 will be continued to the May 12th council meeting. And item 7 is currently being retained on this evening's consent agenda. Items 8 through 12, ordinance 2025-056, 064, 065, 066, and 067. Finance and Economic Development Standing Committee recommended approval. Item 13, ordinance 2025-069, Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended approval. Items 14 through 16, Governmental Operations Standing Committee recommended approval. And those items are ordinance 2025-070, 071, and 072. Item 17, Resolution 2024-R041, Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended a continuance. So this item is to be continued to the Tuesday, May 27th council meeting. Item 18, Resolution 2025-R015, Land Use, Housing, and Transportation Standing Committee recommended approval. Item 19, Resolution 2025-R016, Governmental Operations Standing Committee recommended approval. On the regular agenda, we have items 20, ordinance 2024-187. This item is to be continued until the June 9th council meeting. Item 21, ordinance 2024-329. This paper is scheduled to be amended later this evening and then continue to the May 12th council meeting. Item 22, ordinance 2025-058. Planning Commission recommended denial. Excuse me. After an opportunity for a public hearing this evening, it is recommended that this ordinance be rejected. The same goes for item number 23, ordinance 2025-055. Planning Commission recommended denial. So after an opportunity for a public hearing, it is recommended that this ordinance be rejected. Okay, so that means that that paper, it is recommended that you deny this paper. Say nay. You need to ask.
So I'm clarifying my understanding. That means that if we approve the consent agenda, then we will be denying these two applications.
This is not on
This is
consent,
not-
it's on
Oh,
regular.
it's regular. Oh, got it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so both items number 22 and 23, after opportunity for a public hearing, it is recommended that you reject the ordinance, both ordinances. Item 24, ordinance 2025-068, Finance and Economic Development Standing Committee forward this item with no recommendation. So this item is currently being retained on this evening's regular agenda. Okay. Moving on, we have the items 25 through 31. They're budget-related papers. It is my understanding that item number 25 and 26 will be amended later this evening, and then both papers will be continued to the May 12th council meeting. The other papers, items 27 through 31, will just be continued to the May 12th council meeting. And Madam President, that concludes the docket.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We have no referral of service delivery issues to discuss. And so at this time, we'll entertain a close.
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
Hello? Is that
This is-
Councilmember? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Mhm.
I did want to ask if there are any updates regarding the rebate checks. I'm hearing a lot from folks in the district about checks being delayed. I haven't received my rebate check either. I was wondering if there is any if the administration can share any updates.
As a delivery service question.
Okay, I'm not, okay, there's a question about rebate checks because the sound is not that great with the virtual. Ms. Joy Hogg?
Yes, Sabrina Joyog, interim CAO. So the rebate checks, there was a discrepancy in the mailing that happened with the pay to the order of, remember that, where several thousand checks were printed in the wrong form. So when that happened, Sheila White, the director, ordered a stop to all of it and wanted to audit the whole process to make sure everything is being done correctly. So they're doing their due diligence now on all of that. So that's what happened and then they had to put a stop payment on those checks as well. So if folks cashed it with the wrong pay to the order of, that's a problem because the bank will stop it. If the right name is on there, that will be fine. So that's where we are. I'm waiting for actual numbers to come back, and she's almost done with the whole audit analysis, and then they should be able to proceed.
I'm hearing about folks that are depositing checks that are bouncing.
So,
Yeah, that's because they had to put a stop payment to those checks. So if they were the wrong pay to the order of, they should not have been cashed. In that, when they put the stop order on, some of those valid checks may have gotten caught in the middle of it because they don't know exactly what went out. So, because we're talking about 79,000 properties, but not all of them went out, right? They have about 40,000 that they've held back. So some of those, when it went out, they put the stop payment on the ones that were incorrect. Some correct ones may have gotten caught in that. So if somebody did get a stop payment, but it was a valid check, they should contact finance and we'll reimburse them for any bank fees.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Madam President, I have a motion. I move that City Council go into a closed meeting pursuant to subdivision A1 of Section 2.2-3711 of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act to discuss the performance of a council appointee.
Ms. Jones, will you second that motion?
Second.
Council is now voting to enter into a closed session. Mr. Breton?
Aye.
Ms. Gibson?
Yes.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Robertson? That was an aye for Ms. Robertson. Ms. Lynch is gone. Ms. Trammell?
Aye.
Ms. Aberbacher?
Aye.
Vice President Jordan?
Aye.
And President Newbill?
Aye,
Okay. That motion has been approved.
thank you,
And the closed session will be held in the large, second floor large conference room.
thank you.